Hey everyone, I wanted to shoot a video today to talk about what I am attempting to do while I am on vacation. I've never had a garden of this scale before and also went away for a week to not really have anyone to take care of my food that I'm producing and my flowers. So my husband and I, Caleb, we talked for a bit, tried to come up with some sort of rig that at least someone taking care of our house wouldn't have to do too much work. So we rigged up some sort of sprinkler system, and then I brought everything I could into this area so that it would be watered by the sprinkler and not so much needing to be hand watered or anything. So in the middle here, I moved a bunch of my flower pots so that way they would get watered by the sprinkler. I'm really sad that I'm gonna miss some of the amazing growth going on. Like that super bells really took off, and my hibiscus getting the root room has gotten so pretty. Got some squashes coming up, so I'm gonna be missing some of those. And I even have my first zucchini. My zinnias have gotten really large as well. My cucumbers are finally getting big. They're finally gonna start trellising here soon, I think. And I'm getting a bunch of different peppers in. So as you can see, that's why I'm a little concerned. I've also recently been having issues with deer. They kind of came in, I found their hoof prints in my garden, and they kind of ate the tops off of my really good carrots. So I'm hoping by blocking them off with some chairs while we're away might help. We'll see. I think I'm also gonna pick up something to try and deter the deer. I think I'm gonna end up moving this tomato closer to the middle too, just so it's not by itself. Oh, look, my potatoes are getting even taller. I think by the time I come back, these might be close to being ready to be harvested. I moved my basil over here. I didn't move my other herb pot. I did a couple other things to help with watering those, which I'll show in pictures. Also, new addition, I got a little cute insect home to put in my garden because there's one. I got little soldier ladybugs and I dispersed them in all of my garden to try and help with a little bit of natural pest control. I was hoping to show you some, but I don't really see it. Oh, there's one in my marigold. Yeah. Hopefully in the tomatoes and the beets. Also the beets are ready to harvest. I might have to bring some to vacation with me, otherwise they might get too big. I did put some in this garden cart, but I haven't found any. You can see everything looks really good. That's why I'm so nervous to leave them all. I also brought a bunch of my flower pots over here to help. I never did figure out what's going on with my cosmos. Those look pretty bad. I don't know what's happening. Oh, look. Pink dandelion. I was so excited to see that. Got a couple other heads coming up too. It's gonna be really cool. Moved my hanging basket over here. I moved my gardenia over here too, hoping the ladybugs and the water would help. These beets are also super ready to harvest, I think. It's my first year with beets, so we'll find out. These flowers are radish flowers. I'm trying to let them just go to seed, see what happens. That's why they're still there. I need to harvest my chard too. Those are looking really good. Yeah. Also got to harvest a bunch of lettuce before I leave as well. I'm going to bring some with me. Just hoping to find more ladybugs. Got about 150 of them. Anyway, so when I get back, I'll report how well I did or didn't do. Another little garden update. My dad surprised me with like 20 2-liter Mountain Dew bottles. So I used them in a variety of places around my gardens. Not in here because there will be a sprinkler. Oop, I'm about to have a lily. Oh, hopefully tomorrow morning. So we'll see. Hopefully that will help and my friend won't need to water my garden, which is good timing since the front hose bib broke. So she wouldn't be able to anyway. Let me talk about my sprinkler setup here. We've tried to raise it off the ground by putting it on a tub, and then we have the sprinkler, and then my hope is it waters all of that and all of this. So let me turn it on and show you what it looks like. I don't want to leave it on too long, but as you can see, I have it rotating to both sides, and it will hit all of that garden and all of the things in between and stop right on the other end of the bed. And that should be, if I leave it on for about 10 minutes or so, a good amount of watering for all of my plants. All right, I'm back from vacation and I am so happy. The 2-liter bottle trick worked really well, although it did help that it did rain twice while I was away. I had a friend that was willing to water just my vegetable garden, not my entire garden, so everything else was watered purely by the 2 liters and or these little globe things I have in a couple pots, or the rain itself, and everything looks spectacular. I have some deadheading I want to do, get those all cleaned up. But a couple changes while I'm at it too. My sunflowers have gotten really big. And this little thing that I still don't know what it is, bloomed for the first time in a while. It is so cute. We had a bunch of Gerbers. Time I took a video, we're about the size of the mum. Now they're touching the sign. And I had a lily bloom. Look how pretty. Everything did really well though. I'm very happy. Don't mind the lawn needs mowed. I don't have raspberries just yet, but they're about to. Everything grew exponentially. My cucumbers are starting to go up the trellis. I even have some cucamelons coming up. I'm so excited. Although it's probably going to be too crowded now. I'll have to figure that out. My tomatoes, before I left, were at this rung. Now they're as tall as the obelisk. Look at those beasts. Both sides as well. I also came back to some of my potatoes rotting away. So that might mean it's time for potatoes here very shortly. See how they're dying back. So I'm gonna root through there tomorrow. My Roma tomatoes are getting bigger. All of my peppers are doing really well. I have some zucchinis and I have some squash. Only thing is most of these squash are not getting pollinated, so I need to thin them out pretty well. My beans unfortunately went too far. They're even splitting. So I'm gonna harvest those and take those inside, maybe chop them up for a stir fry. My Fresno pepper looks really good. Sorry, this wasn't supposed to be a garden update, but I was just so excited by all the changes in a week's time. I do think as well, I'm pretty sure this is going to be bee balm that's coming up. I don't think the echinacea is going to, but we'll see. Because there's other little things popping up, so that might be them. Anyway, I will say I ended up going through and pulling all of the 2 liters out of the ground and putting them in a bag, because that is 100% a trick I'm going to do again next time. So I am really excited. Oh, another change. Got my first calendula bloom. And my friend also told me these are not sweet peas. These are actually edible peas. So I guess I have 2 sets of peas over here as well. And that's it. Thanks, everyone.